today, Miss Cynthia. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have a few questions for you. Uh,
Hmm.
I know you began starting your business by doing your own nails. What was the
Yes.
motivation behind creating this company after you retired?
Well, actually, my husband is responsible for everything. I was in my bedroom, retired, bored, and I said, let me just paint my own nails. I'm tired of people messing them up. So I'm in the bedroom just playing with acrylics all day. And he was like, baby, you're getting good at that. And I'm like, yeah. So he put my information in school websites. And they start emailing me. And I'm like, why are these schools emailing me? Like, I ain't signed up for no school. He said, baby, I put your number and your name in there. Go ahead and call some schools. Go get your license. I'm
Mhm.
like, license? Like, what? So he did all of that. So I went and visited a few schools and I enrolled. That was 2014, 2015. And yeah, the rest is history.
Right, almost a decade.
Yeah.
And so, how'd you know which school to choose, and how long is a session, or I guess the classes?
Yeah, it was 600 hours. So I got finished in 3.5 to 4 months, and I chose the school that was close by the house because I still had small kids, and I liked the inside. I had a good vibe about it, so it was mostly because it was close to the house, and I already was teaching myself a lot anyway, so I figured it'd be okay. So it worked out.
Okay. All right. And what I know you talked about your husband. What is it like having such a supportive partner?
Oh, that meant everything because if it wasn't for him, I probably would still be at home just doing it as a hobby. I never ever thought about getting a license at all. And he told me later on, years later, when I asked him, he said, well, I saw something in you. Like you was good at that. And he knew I wasn't the type of person to just sit at home and just do anything, because I'm a go-getter. Even though I have disabilities with my back and stuff, he was like, you're not the type to just sit here. Go do something with that hobby. You're good at it. So it meant everything for me for him to be supportive like that.
Yes, ma'am. See, and that's motivation. You can motivate others.
Yeah.
Let you know, no matter what you're going through, you can always do something.
Yep.
I like that. Right. So, what was the impact of being the first African American nail school in Harris County?
Yeah, the impact was outstanding. When I first opened the first group, I had 16 students lined up that was watching me the whole time, me talking about my disability, like you just said, me motivating others to say, hey, you can do this too. If I'm doing it, I went to school, I finished, you can do whatever your heart desires. So when I just did a grand opening just to be doing it, 16 lined up. And I had no idea the impact that my name held within Houston, Harris County. Like, and I've been on Instagram years before. I was on YouTube years before. So I kind of was like known to some people, but I didn't know I had that big of an impact.
Hey, people watching. They always watching you.
Yeah, they watching. Yep, they was watching. I didn't even know that.
Yes, ma'am. All right. And how has your success impacted your self perception and also the people around you? I guess as far as your close friends, family.
Yeah, my kids, they're my biggest motivators beside my husband. They're like, Mama, like you really did this, like with your back. Now I got to have another surgery next month with my knee. Nothing can stop me. And other people, again, on social media see that. So my kids, again, is just blown away with just my spirit, my energy, my family. They just like, wow, like we know you had it. I didn't know I had it in me, but they always knew that. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. All right. So, in being a manicurist, how do your clients further embrace their beauty after their services?
So after the services, they would beautify their feet, and when I was doing clients, they was even interested in doing nails when I was doing their nails. So I had two students enrolled here and got licensed that I used to do their nails.
Like that. So, you got two students that you impacted, and then do you think well, I'm pretty sure you'll have some more, but have you had more people come to you about getting enrolled?
Well, my first group I enrolled in January 2020, and as of today's date, our lost count is I think 200 and close to 300 that enrolled and
Okay.
graduated. and 90, I think I'm at 90. I think I'm at 96 that got their license. Everybody don't go to state board. Some people take longer than others, but being open in almost 4 years in January, I think the count last time I counted was like 98 that got their license, but a couple of hundred have enrolled and finished. They just haven't went to state board yet.
Oh, that's very impactful. I mean, that's not, I mean, I'm from a small area from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not normal. So you are really putting in the work. I love it.
Thank you.
And your company.
Thank you.
What's your favorite element in working with the students at your academy?
My favorite element is it's funny that every group, of course, is different. And I realized that God is really blessing me with different students that have like different learning disabilities. And I didn't even know, of course, I was able to teach them. So every group is exciting. I'm like, okay, who I'm gonna get now? Who I'm gonna get now? So every group there's a challenge, but I realized that I've overcame any student that came in here. They exit out with a positive attitude.
Can I piggyback on that really quick? I just want to add that with her having and coming from a background of having a disability or having challenges overall, and then being able to impact and come from the same standpoint for those or other people who have disabilities, this has been like very impactful, but also meaningful to the next level, because you have people who have this motivation to want to do something and feel like they can't do it, or they're discouraged that they can't do it. But when you have someone that's standing in front of you that did it, you become the, oh, if she can do it, I can do it for them. So she has been that for people who may have disabilities, and it may not just be physical, it could be cognitive, it could be learning disabilities. So so the impact that this is like not your ordinary is very authentic and very original, the way that she is changing the lives of people, and people who, you know, not just struggle physically, but people who struggle mentally as well. And she's that motivation and inspiration for them to have come that far, you know, just starting from doing her own nails to now teaching hundreds of students overall.
Thank you.
And do you provide virtual classes at the moment?
Yes, I do. I have a online hybrid school, and they come also in-house. So if they don't come to school, there are plenty of online videos, pre-recorded videos that they can watch to learn how to do nails and feet. And they also do their bookwork in here or through the hybrid online school.
And so when they go through the hybrid school, how does that work? Because eventually, you know, I know they're going to come into the shop.
Yeah, so I have a program, a curriculum approved with Texas, where they still get their hours, they clock in and they clock out inside the online portal. And then when it's time to come in for hands-on, if they need hands-on, because some people know how to do nails, they just want to learn just a state board or just the infection control part of it. But eventually, I still tell them they got to still come inside so I can teach you some things hands-on, like the state board, and then they continue with their 600 hours, and then they'll go to state board.
So share the importance of a good team, because I know you always have to have one being in this business.
Yes. So again, I'm blessed and fortunate to have a team, which is my husband, of course. He's the numbers guy. He real smart with numbers. I'm not a numbers person at all. Just let me come here and teach. I teach, run my mouth. My son, he actually worked for me for a while. He was my school director. He's the numbers guy. He's also in a nail tech. I have a daughter, so I have 2 kids. So both of them I enrolled to be a manicurist. So they went and came and got taught by me. Of course, they went to state board. So both of them are licensed, and both of them also are instructors. I made them my instructors. So in case something happened to me, you know, everything could keep going. So the whole family keeps this going, and not just me, my 2 kids and my husband.
I mean, that's a good thing. I always try to tell people, especially, you know, our people, if your parents have a business and they own something, you need to learn it just in case something happens, because you want to keep the legacy going.
Exactly.
You're getting big, and of course, the people love you, and they're going to love the children, so it's going to keep it going and pass it on. And where do you see the company in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, in the next 5 to 10 years, I plan on expanding not only to different parts of Texas, but probably other states. Having, of course, more than one school. And I have a product line, of course, so expanding that. So yeah, I just see myself expanding across Texas and possibly other states.
All right. Do you want to keep it region, or you want to try to go nationwide?
Nationwide.
Love it. So if you could share any advice with entrepreneurs that'll be reading this article and or viewing this, what would it be?
My advice would be study the industry first. Don't just jump into this because everybody is doing this. You have to, because I even did it, I researched it first and I realized, okay, I think I can do this. So, God got me, it's going to work out, and it worked out. So basically research. Don't just jump into this. Research everything from A to Z and make sure this is something that you can handle without, with the crisis going on. I was able to stay open through COVID, through the recession. Everybody can't do that. So I'm blessed to be able to do that with God's help
And
in the community.
And how were you able to stay open during the COVID season?
Yeah, I was able to stay open because they had closed down not only schools, but salons. So we had to go online. So thank God again, I had an online service. So that's why I was able to stay open, because of the online.
You already thinking ahead.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Do you think more Black women should open up shops and have these schools? And the reason why I asked that is because I do see a lot of our women do nails, do hand, I guess, pedicure, but
yeah,
pedicure I've probably seen like 2 in my whole lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think more should, and more are doing this, because just like me, we got tired of going to the, we call it non-standard salons, getting, poor customer service, getting talked to any kind of way. So that's just like me. Everybody started, I'm going to figure out myself. I do my own nails. I do my own feet. So I took it further and figure out, okay, let me just teach others how to do this. So yes, most definitely we all need to level up and do this.
Yeah, it's always comfortable when you're surrounded by your people. You can feel the love, and we're gonna treat each other well.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a celebrity, it can be anyone. But if you could do a manicure and pedicure on anybody, who would it be and why?
I'm gonna say Beyonce, because this is where she's from, Houston, Texas. H-Town, like they call it H-Town. So yeah, I'm gonna say Beyonce.
Good choice.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you'd like to share with Sheen Magazine?
I just want to share that I appreciate this opportunity. I really do. I work hard and I give back a lot. I just want people to see that and also realize that you can do anything your heart desire. And I appreciate this opportunity.
Cynthia, before he wraps, can you please touch on the products that you have and the chemicals, how you are being impactful to the health of people's nails, this product that you created? Can you I think that's really important. Can you just touch on that just a little bit? Thank you.
Yes. So the problem with the industry is a lot of businesses and the nail salons here, the nail supply stores here is selling illegal products that's banned in all 50 states. That's called MMA monomer. They realize we don't know what's going on, and they hoping that inexperienced nail techs or beginners go in and buy the product. So that's what's going on. Texas is so behind in not regulating them. So I have a product which is legal, which is called EMA monomer, that is supposed to be used on nails. But unfortunately, they're putting illegal nail monomer on people, and is just tearing their nails up. So I do have a quality product line that professionals can buy and beginners that can buy also. We are also on Walmart and Amazon.
Answer my next question. I was gonna say what on the product said.
Yeah.
And I know you said something about community work. So we can talk about that. What's your give back? What do you do for Houston?
What I do for Houston is I do a lot of scholarships where I even give free tuition for the ones who can't afford it. I play with my tuition a lot, depending on, again, the economy. So I go up and down, but really I've just been going down, down, down. So I do give back a lot to those, the ones who really can't afford it, and I interview them If I know that they are having hardships, I'll lower their tuition a couple of $1,000s. So I do that all the time.
And you may do this, but would you ever think about, if you don't do it now, offering internships in a sense of, okay, you have somebody like a really talented person that
Hmm.
get their foot in the door, and then after that they went through your school, went through your program, and
Hmm.
after that you just let them come work for you or at least watch you for a few months.
Yes, I get that all the time. So I'm actually going to be doing that sometime next year. A lot of people want to come and just intern, work for me just to see what's going on. And I've been so busy just trying to get it started up. That's why I haven't done it yet. But I do need help because my son, he doesn't work here anymore, but he worked behind the scene. My daughter worked behind the scene. So I will be doing that sometime next year, 2024.
24, nice. Yes, ma'am. And where can we find you at on social media? So get your social medias, websites.
Hmm. So my website is the name of the school, Stay Ready Nails Academy at yahoo.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, it's the same. Stay Ready Nails Academy.
Right. And yes, ma'am. You have anything else?
Thank you, Shay, once again for helping me with this opportunity, and I appreciate you both.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank,
Rivas. Appreciate it.
thank you so much,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Lady,
Have a blessed day.
you're the same. Bye bye.